Okay, Merry Christmas a few days early, and why am I doing this looking like an ass? Well, because I can look like an ass pretty good. So, Merry Christmas. I want to present to you a video today. I'm going to take these off now, okay, because I can see myself in the camera, and it wasn't a very pleasant sight. But at any rate, the video that you're about to look at, I shot about a week ago as my friend Jean Davila, who lives next door to me. We frosted cookies and decorated them together. It's the fourth year in a row that we've done this, and we've known each other since kindergarten, which has been a long time because I'm 65. Well, actually, so is she. My birthday's April 2nd, and hers is June 2nd, 1955. So I'm 2 months older than her, and I can say with great certainty that I'm infinitely wiser than she is. And I can say that I'm here because she's not here to say otherwise. And I wouldn't mislead you, my friends. So, yes, I am infinitely wiser. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know what's going on in this. We're just reminiscing and frosting cookies. And it was a lot of fun for us. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, please leave me a thumbs up. And thanks for stopping by. I will talk to you all soon. God bless you, and I love each and every one of you.
Now, do you want to decorate or do you want to do the frosting?
Decorate.
Okay.
We can trade off.
Oh no, I'd rather frost.
Okay. Do I need to set something now?
Nope. I washed it off. I have more if you need it. I have more of those too.
So, is this our second or third year doing this?
I think it's our third year.
It's just you and I today, and last year it was you and I, and
Cindy.
and wasn't Marie still here?
Yeah, she was. And then the year before we had Marie and you and I.
It's just you and I today, thanks to COVID.
Yeah.
And notice we're not social distancing. But I don't care. Do you?
Not as long as you don't have it. As long as I don't have it.
But nice and all.
However you want to do it is fine. We were never fussy. Oh, you know, if you want to put wax paper down so it catches the extra,
Okay, where do I want me to set them after I do?
you can set them away from you. I got the table out to actually put the cookies on.
Where's the wax paper?
Third drawer down, I think, this side. Blue and green and white, yeah, that's it.
So did you do cookies like this when you were a kid?
My mom and I did them.
Just you and your mom?
I don't remember younger.
Or how many kids in your family?
There were 12. But the brothers never helped.
I think I should have put it backwards.
No, that's okay.
I think we all got in on it except my weird brother Bill and my brother Frank. He was above all that stuff. I should put the other one on. It's backwards, but that's right.
Like I said, that's to catch it all.
I think Mom used to make, I bet you, about 10 or 12 different kinds of cookies. Fudge, neighbors out, got fudge. The presents. And then a ton of the hard Christmas candy.
The rock candy.
Yeah. You guys make that?
No. We just did cookies and float.
Cookies and what?
Float.
Float.
Yeah.
What's that?
That is a non-alcoholic drink my mother made that was passed down from my grandmother. Sis knew how to make it, and she was making it, and then she quit. But you gotta have snow because it's gotta sit outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. What was in it?
I don't know. I don't know how to make it. Milk, eggs.
No alcohol.
No, my mom didn't drink.
So was it kind of like eggnog?
Yeah. Only float was a little thicker. Not everybody in the family liked it.
If it was like eggnog, I would have liked it. Is that about eggnog?
I don't like eggnog. Never have.
I didn't like it when I was a kid. Because I like to think of raw eggs coming out of the chicken's butt and going into the eggnog.
But it never bothered you to eat eggs and sausage or eggs and bacon?
Well, they were cooked. I didn't know if the eggnog stuff was cooked, but actually it is. But I didn't know that as a kid. Mom and Dad probably preferred it that way because then I wasn't drinking it.
Yeah, we weren't. We only had those two as traditions. And then another tradition is we opened our gifts up on Christmas Eve.
Oh, did you?
Because that way the in-laws could go to their families on Christmas Day. But I don't ever remember waiting until Christmas to open up gifts.
See, we always waited till Christmas morning. But when Dennis and Charlene were small, we started to open them on Christmas Eve. And I remember one of the last ones that my mom was alive for, Kathy had to work on Christmas Eve, or that day, and she didn't get off till like 6 or 7. So her mom and Dad were coming out for Christmas dinner, and I was fixing it, and I wanted to do something different, and I did. So I made apple pancakes, and those were really good, but you didn't eat it like a pancake. You made the pancake, and then you put the applesauce, not applesauce, but
The apple pie.
yeah, on it, but I made it fresh. And then powdered sugar and other things, and then you rolled it up,
Mm-hmm.
and they were really good.
They sound like it.
I know I made other stuff, that's the only one I can remember.
Well, for Christmas Day, our meal was chili. The reason is, it was my mother's day off.
Well, that's, yeah.
She made it first thing in the morning and it cooked all day. And when we got hungry, we went and ate.
That sounds good. Yeah, I don't know what we did on Christmas Day for supper. I know a couple times we went to Grandma and Grandpa's. But on Christmas Eve, it was such a big production because Mom and Dad were really overboard on buying Christmas presents for us. In fact, they paid all year for it, which is kind of silly, but it was fun. But
For you?
Yeah, but she always made something easy on Christmas Eve because you got rushed off the bed so they could get everything set up, and it usually filled the living room. But anyways, I remember she used to a couple times fix the chef-ware pizzas in the box because those were easy and quick and they were good.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have any special eating traditions, I don't think, for the day.
Well, my mom was usually grocery shopping on Christmas Eve. did all the wrapping. My dad didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah, my mom didn't work. We probably wouldn't have had a Christmas.
My mom and my sister Roseanne, I remember, they did the wrapping. Sometimes my sister-in-law Jean would come over and wrap.
Mm-hmm. Now that was Frank's wife, right?
Yeah. She's been gone 3 years already. Hard to believe.
I didn't know she had passed.
That was right. Well, Roseanne told me that she went up to see Jean in the hospital the day before she died, and she was doing good. It was a shock to everybody.
That's how it always happens.
But she said one of the things Jean told her was, you need to make peace with Mike. And so he didn't right then, but I reached out to her on Facebook. For all its faults, Facebook is good for something.
Yeah. I didn't break that part off. Oh, maybe it wasn't supposed to.
But when we made the Christmas candy, started either late October or early November.
Oh, wow.
And we got sent all around the neighborhood borrowing scissors from people. And we couldn't just pour it out on the table and crack it like a lot of people do.
You had to cut it?
We had to cut it. So you let it set up just long enough that you could cut. But it was still darn hot.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But I don't ever remember an aroma so sweet as when we were making Christmas candy.
Yeah, that is a very sweet aroma.
Especially the cinnamon and root beer.
Ah, that cinnamon burn your nose.
It smelled so sweet.
Yeah, tasted good.
It did. And after we moved up to Ascona, we never did that kind of stuff. Because it was just me and Mom and Dad.
Uh-oh. Angel Grove.
Fallen angel.
Yeah.
It's hard not to lick my fingers while I'm doing this, but I'm not.
Do you want to? Here.
I was thinking the other night, I was doing a script for a video about my favorite Christmas presents. And I happened to think of one of the dumbest ones I forgot. And I don't know what my mom and dad were thinking. They bought me a drum set. I must have been about 12 years old. It was a big drum set. And it had a beautiful tropical sunset on the big round drum. And I came out there that morning and I thought to myself, even at that age, what the hell were they thinking? And I never got to play it.
Because they didn't want the noise.
Well, take it out in the garage and play it. Well, I tried that. It was too loud. I don't know whatever came of it, but it disappeared.
Yeah.
My favorite was a Stingray bike with a banana seat.
I remember those. Yep.
I couldn't wait for spring to get there.
Okay. Because when we were younger, we always had snow.
Yeah.
Always.
And not just a dusting.
No. That storm we had back in '67, I'll never forget that one.
Was that at Christmas time?
No.
Oh, yeah, that was an amazing storm.
Yeah. It was like October or something.
Don't get them like that anymore.
No, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Of course, now that, I'm not able to get out and I don't play in it, it makes a big difference too.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. You know where the cemetery was there in Bridgeport?
It still is. I know
Oh,
somebody
yeah, it
who's
still is.
buried in there.
Tree Drive was right behind the cemetery.
Right?
And at one time, Mays lived across the road from us. And
Kathy Mays?
Yeah, and then
Oh.
Gardner's. And we used to take sleds and snow discs, so right behind the cemetery there was a big drop-off.
Oh, wow.
And we spent hours over there sledding and riding those discs down. I don't know how I could move. That was before the days and all that, because I was so bound down in my snowsuit.
Well, no, she didn't want you to get sick.
No, I died from heat frustration in that. Do you have a favorite gift you remember?
A favorite what?
Gift.
I only remember 3 gifts. One was a watch, one was a doll, and what was a sweater. Those were all the gifts I remember, and I know I got more than that. But my parents, or my mom, she got what we needed. She always tried to get one gift that we wanted. And when we got older and we wanted clothes, she was happy. Because then she didn't feel guilty. Christmas was a very rotten time for my mom.
I'm sorry.
So, because she couldn't buy us what we wanted. Got enough?
You're a yellow reindeer. Now that I'm older, boy am I older,
Yeah, you and I both.
I kind of feel guilty sometimes about as much stuff as we did get. Because we had a huge living room,
Mm-hmm.
and there was always a big tree on one side, and the presents literally, there was a path between the fireplace and the presents.
Oh,
So
wow.
the kids took ours. Of course, they didn't feel guilty then.
Oh, of course not. And understandably so. You had a good life, so you thought everybody else was having a good life.
You know, that's really true. I
Mm-hmm.
was unaware. I mean, of course, at that time, Vietnam and all that was going on, and you saw that on TV all the time. But other than that, it did seem like everybody, had a good life.
And the kind of life I had, I thought it was the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was supposed to be that way.
Cindy was saying on the phone last night she hopes she's out in time for Christmas. Well,
Oh, she's
Still got
looking
plenty.
so forward.
yeah. Well, she's got plenty of time, I think.
Well, I don't understand. She says she wants the big test of COVID. And I'm going, what's the difference between the big test and the small
Well,
test?
the one she got is only 40% accurate.
Yeah.
The other one is supposed to be more accurate, and they did do it. She wasn't sure how long it would take to get it back.
2 days. But see, the way she was telling me, she'd have the results today.
From the oh really?
Yeah, she had me all confused. I don't know if she was confused or not. But see, Vicki was around her, Sis was around her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think she has it, but what do I know?
I don't think she has it. And I'm going on faith.
What a brown holly leaf.
Okay, no problem.
There's a lot of stuff I was allowed to say. Did you guys do church at Christmas time? No.
No, my
Really?
mother was agnostic at the time.
But she did get saved.
Yes.
We didn't, as a rule, do Christmas at church, but I remember a couple times that in Easter, because I was really small. I was in one of the Christmas programs,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I was just one of the kids sitting by the nativity. But
Do you taste it?
it scared the hell out of me.
How come?
Because of all the people watching.
Oh, well, yeah, and your mom didn't allow you to do anything by yourself.
Well, then another one. Bill and I were altar boys at Christmas,
Okay.
and I think it was Pastor Kitley that was there then.
He was there a long
He was.
time.
And I remember we followed him up, and we lit the candles. And when he was ready to start, we sat on the one of the pews beside him. I thought the sermon would never get over. I never had to pee so bad in my whole life. And I was thinking of how could I get out of here and not make a spectacle of myself, because I don't think I want to make it till the end of the service. And I mean, I was in agony.
I understand.
But somehow, by the grace of God, I made it to the end of the service.
And you were the first one in that bathroom,
Oh, I
too,
tell you,
weren't
I bolted for it.
Gown or no gown?
Yep, I bolted for it.
Yeah, no, my dad, the only time I saw my dad in church is when we went and visited my uncle who was a minister. And we'd go to church then. Because he was at the church. Nobody was home. They were all in the house or at the church.
Cool.
And then
I was rolling cookie.
that's fun. We used to do that when we decorated them.
You remember how pretty downtown was at Christmas time?
Oh, I remember that. They were all lights. People used to walk downtown. I mean, it was crowded. It looked like Houston.
It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember one time they were finishing, Mom and Dad were finishing up Christmas shop, and all of us kids went, except Frank, because Frank was older. And Mom was going to go off to Sears by herself, or maybe Roseanne might have gone with her. And there was a bar, and Dad took Bill and I over to the bar, and we sat there and waited for Mom to get done. And then we went over to Sears.
I remember that bar.
Do you?
Yeah.
Then,
Right by the old Sears.
Yep.
It was called Ewald's.
okay. I couldn't
I
remember the
think it
name of
was
it.
Ewald's.
Then they took us over to Sears after she was done,
Mm-hmm.
and Santa was there. And they handed out good presents back then. And I remember getting a model airplane. It was the first one I ever put together.
I didn't know they handed out presents. Because we weren't able to go. We'd go, we'd sit in the car. Because we couldn't see what she got us, you know.
Well, that's why she went first and then put it in the trunk. There were a lot of good times.
We had good times with my mom. We really did. My dad was busy drinking, so
Well, your mom was a hard worker, I know that.
she was. I always thought she had a brain problem, though.
Why?
Because she raised 12 kids
Oh.
and then became a school bus driver. Woman wasn't right. Yeah.
Maybe she looked at it like she just had a big extended family. Because I'm sure her kids on the bus loved her too.
They did. What they did, and this is the first time it ever happened. God knows if it ever happened again. All the kids on the bus, they wrote up a letter, or typed it up, and all the kids signed it that rode her bus, saying how good of a bus driver she was, how sweet she was, how she didn't let you get away with crap, but she let you have fun.
What was her first name?
They called her Becky,
What was
or Roberta.
Oh, Roberta.
No, her first name was Louise.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever heard her.
She didn't like that name.
It's like you don't like your name.
Yeah, she didn't even have a middle name. Those were nicknames. Her friends' parents named her Roberta, and then one couldn't pronounce it, Roberta, so he called her Becky.
We got a lot to go.
Yeah, but we got quite a bit done.
But where am I going to put them?
Table. Move this stuff. I'm going to have to make more frosting And that's a whole bag that I used right here.
Well, that's okay, because I'm not happy to see that.
You and those darn dead plastic cigarettes.
You know, sometimes I feel like I have two different lives, because after Roseanne and Frank and Bill were all gone, we moved up to Oscoda to have Mom and I. But, you know, my brothers and sisters came up, but it still was like a whole separate life. And Dad and I and Mom made a lot of special memories together, just ourselves.
See, that's how I feel with my mom. I mean, my brothers and sisters were still around. But when my mom was so sick, and I lived with my mom, we had a lot of good, fun memories. Well, it wasn't even after she got sick, because I remember moving home from Ann Arbor, and I pretty much lived with her because she couldn't do her housework.
I accidentally broke that leg off. I did accidentally.
Okay.
Parker could.
Accidentally on purpose? But anyways, yeah, we made a lot of good memories. Yeah. We would sit, we would play Scrabble. My mom cheated a lot, I have learned. And so, anyways, that makes a good memory right there.
Yep.
But we played games. My mother was a game player, but it was something she could do with us and have fun too.